how to launch your online practice as a busy person when you are working full-time, juggling family responsibilities and many other commitments. I am sure that the lack of time is your first serious concern. And it was for me too. You may be asking yourself, how on earth am I going to start my accounting business with so little spare time left? And I get it, my friend. I've been there too, and I get how overwhelming it can be for you. But there is good news. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make space for your new business idea. I'm going to tell you how to set your life up to support your new venture, because it will soon be a living and breathing thing, my friend. And it is really simpler than you think. It's not that difficult. I will give you some hints that you can implement right now and start working on your business from tomorrow. Yes, you can start even tomorrow. The thing is that it all comes to creating certain routines in your daily life and sticking to them consistently. Remember the word consistently. And I don't mean doing it every now and then. I mean regular daily habits and routines that you will be able to follow every day. And once you incorporate them into your life and get used to your new routines, it will become as easy as breathing. It will be part of your life, something you do without thinking, like eating breakfast, taking shower, or whatever you do on a daily basis. It's so important, especially when you have so many other things to do, like, as I said, full-time job, looking after kids, family responsibilities, and so on and so on. So having a certain structure in your life will help you keep on track and achieve your ultimate goal, which is starting your own practice. First of all, let me tell you something, and this may come as a surprise to you. You do have the time. Believe me, you do have the time. You just need to get comfortable with integrating your business into your life instead of forcing it in, pushing it in. Okay, so right now, I'm going to share with you my own routines that helped me start my accounting business when I was still in full-time job, because I started when I was working full-time and I had to look after the family and kids as well. So I'm going to share my methods with you now. I would recommend 2 simple exercises to do on a daily basis. That's what I did, and it really helped me get where I am today. So the first exercise is to find just 10 minutes every morning to visualize your remote practice and think about what your life would look like if you finally started it, okay? Why this works? This is a very powerful technique which trains your brain to feel as if you already achieved this goal, okay? So I used to do that every morning when drinking my coffee. I used to imagine where I wanted to go with my business, how my days would look like when I had the freedom and flexibility of remote work. And also, I thought about how exciting and fun it would be to work from various locations. You can also write your ideas down in a journal or in a notebook to make them feel more real. Actually, in this picture was taken on my terrace in the morning after breakfast while having tea with my husband. That's my favorite part of the day. We ease into the day, we plan our day, we prepare our schedule and discuss things that we need to do. I didn't imagine it like that, but it was very close to it. And this is what kept me going, okay, even when it was hard. And the second exercise I encourage you to do is set aside 30 minutes every evening to work on your goals. Just 30 minutes a day. And it accumulates to 15 hours per month. That 15 hours that you can dedicate to getting your new business off the ground. And I promise you, if you schedule it and make it happen, these small sacrifices will pay off in the end. It's really, really worth it. And one important tip, you need to make your goals doable and manageable. Break them down into smaller step-by-step actions that will help you achieve your ultimate goal, starting your own practice and working from anywhere. And I'm not saying that you can't do anything fun or that you need to spend all of your time working on your business. No, what I'm saying is that from now on, you need to think of your time as a resource, which will bring you closer to your goal. So to put everything on one page, I recommend 2 simple exercises to do on a daily basis. That's what I did, and it really helped me. First, find just 10 minutes every morning to visualize your remote practice and think about what your life would look like. And second, I encourage you to set aside just 30 minutes every evening to work on your goals. It doesn't have to be every evening, but even a few days per week, it will really help. It's better than nothing. Now tell me, could you set aside 30 minutes every day to work on your goals? Let me know in the comments, in the chat box. Yes or no? Just quickly, yes or no? Yes. Nastasia, yes. Pushpa, yes. Anyone else? Yes, Natalia. Damaris, yes. Sanya, yes. Absolutely. And I'm sure, yes, you can. Saulius, yes, no problem. Omar, no problem. Excellent. I'm so happy you are so positive. Yes, and I agree. It may feel scary if you think, oh my God, when am I going to find the time? But if you think about it, it's just 30 minutes every day. And the day has how many? 12 hours? It's really doable, my friends. That's great. I'm so happy to hear, to see that you can make it. Let's move on. A couple of super important tips based on the lessons that I have learned and the mistakes that I have made, because yes, I did make them. I'm not a perfect person. First and most important one is to put your well-being first. And why you should do that? I'm the best example. After spending 25 years in corporate work, as I mentioned, I suffered from a really full-blown burnout, which really nearly broke me down, and it pushed me to quit my job. I never had time to look after myself, and I never thought about it. I know too well how important it is to put yourself first and care about your well-being. I know you have small kids, you have other I did too. And that is why I kept forgetting about myself. And this is where it brought me. It broke me down nearly. So you have to look after yourself. What works best for me is yoga and Pilates. I do them at home. There are loads of trainings on YouTube. If you are into strength training, you can do it as well. I also love long walks with my husband. You just need to find what makes you feel good and stick with it all the time. Find what feels good for you and what feels make you better and stick with it. And another very important skill you must learn is how to say no to the things that no longer serve you. This will get you closer to becoming your own boss, my friend, and reclaiming your freedom ultimately. And just to give you an example, my weakness is binge watching Netflix, believe it or not. And as you can imagine, it's a huge time waster, okay? So even though it was a feel-good factor because it did make me feel good, I ditched it and I reclaimed a few hours every week. That's a lot of time, a few hours every week. And I'm sure you can find something similar examples from your life. And last but not least, you will need a lot of support on your new journey. There will be challenges and hard moments, but you can get through them with support from your loved ones and friends. My biggest fan and supporter was my husband, Adam. He always believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. My sons, my mother also supported me and encouraged me. So tell your family and friends about your new business or about your plans to start a business, and let them know how serious and passionate you are about it. And I'm sure they will support you, I'm sure of it. As a word of encouragement, remember this phrase. Success isn't always about greatness. It is about consistency. Remember this word consistency and make it your word of the year. That's what I did this year. So you don't need to be perfect, and nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. You just need to stick with your plan and do as best as you can. Keep that in mind as you go on your entrepreneurial journey. Keep that in mind all the time. Now you are probably asking yourself a question. What can I do if I still work full-time? And I understand that you must pay your bills and provide for your family, as every one of us here, and I had to do that too, and this was my greatest concern. But on the other hand, staying in full-time employment may limit your capacity to work on your new business. A smart solution might be a switch to working part-time. This will free up your time and energy to focus on launching and growing your new virtual practice, while still earning some income from your job. This way, you will not need to worry about financial security in the early days of running your business. And if your current employer does not facilitate the option of reduced working hours, you may need to explore other opportunities which provide more flexibility. And don't be afraid to make this move. It gets you one step closer to your ultimate goal, reclaiming your freedom. Now, you may be wondering how I did all of this. Well, in fact, I didn't have any particular plan, believe it or not. I just took the plunge and went with the flow. It was very much a trial and error journey, and many times I didn't know what I was doing. It took me more than 2 years to figure things out. It wasn't easy, believe me. But I don't want you to make the same mistake. I want you to be prepared. I want to give you all the tools necessary to start a successful digital practice and run it from any